controversial though. So
Yeah. So,
just the second I know that we're live, just as much as possible.
just end bombs dropped everywhere.
Yeah. Just for no reason too. Just indiscriminately against various minorities that aren't even
Okay,
black.
I'm gonna stop watching on the channel and pull up Twitch instead.
Sure.
I don't know. There's other.
Should be. Yeah, that's right.
And is a plot by the shape-shifting lizard men in the Hollow Earth, the Hollow Flat Earth.
The hollow flat Earth.
We're just a giant frisbee with a hole shot.
No, wait.
I
What
wonder
about
if the Hollow
Spaceship
Earth-
Moon? We can't
Spaceship
be Hollow
Moon?
Earth if there's Spaceship Moon. Because it
Well,
rang like a
no,
bell.
you can have
It rang
both.
like a
No,
bell,
no, no,
so
no.
it has to be hollow, right?
No. So the reason NASA wants us to think that Earth is round, not flat, is to draw attention away from the hollow, round spaceship moon.
Right.
Because if we know about it, then we'll know that the reptilians are living inside the hollow, flat Earth, and that they came
And
here
they're
on the
being
hollow,
protected
round.
On the dark side of the moon.
You're just speaking all sorts of truth.
Yeah, I'm woke as fuck. Please. I don't think you understand, man.
Do you not understand what we're
I
dealing
know
with right
all
here?
the conspiracies.
What am I doing here?
What have you got yourself into?
Just use the up button to go up, and you should be good.
Are you on Bitter Old Goons? You are, right?
Yeah.
Press space bar.
No one else is.
Arms.
So
Yeah, just assign the DOWN button and then the UP button. You should be good.
WN.
Just don't
okay.
press them at the same time because it doesn't work.
Multiplayer select role.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
so then you need to
Okay,
find.
so you're gonna
Where
scroll
did
down
everyone
and find
go?
a plane that is highlighted for you. So that would be the SU-25. I would assume.
Yes. Those
So
are the
you're
only
gonna
ones.
pick one?
Those are the only ones.
Yeah, because that's all you got. All right,
That's
now
all
I'll take
I
number
got.
2 and see if I can remember how to fly it.
Brief. Am I going to briefing?
Yep, and then you're gonna hit fly because the rest of it's not gonna make any sense to you yet. Anyway, you're probably gonna see some hangar doors open.
Yeah. C's, twos.
All right,
Try and be a fancy man, land right in front of you.
Where are you guys?
we're in hangars.
Oh, you're in planes?
Yeah, well, he doesn't have anything yet, so
Well, clearly he
Yeah.
does.
My electronics.
Oh, yeah, it's the free aircraft.
mhm.
SU-27.
5T. Oh, no. No!
Oh God!
The thing happened.
Why?
Turned on both engines.
Did you? Okay, wait. Do you have any buttons set yet, or are you just figuring it out? They
No,
might
no,
be
no.
auto set.
I did set electronics and engines on my HOTAS, so,
Oh, okay.
but I feel I'm missing a thing.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, because you need the electronics on.
And the
let
UP
me-
button, for sure.
All right. Hang on now.
Checked.
ML, MPU, ML, I think.
Holy shit, Mark, you're right about just turn. Just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, say you on the... I see the explosion now.
What I've found, though, so the thing that seems to cause death is if you just turn,
Hey,
but then you become stationary. Like, you essentially come to a full stop in the air. That seems to just make...
Like a stall,
everything-
basically.
Yeah, it makes
I
everything
guess.
bend, right? All your.
Yeah. And then just your ship flies off and you die.
which,
So you
let's see,
always seem to want to
what am I missing here?
like move through that motion and not snap everything.
Okay.
I'm
I got
missing
what I want
something
loaded.
know it.
All right. All right. So let me go into my controls. I just got to go pour coffee. Okay, and I'll tell you where to start, and I'll tell you what buttons I have set.
Sure.
Okay. So the first thing you want to do while I go get a coffee is go into Up at the top where it says all, it should say SU25T in the left side and then all in the second one. In control options.
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hit escape. I'm looking at your screen now. Hit escape.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Hit adjust controls. Okay. And where it says all, click on the right side of it. All and just select up top. Yeah. And then select axis controls. Axis commands. Yeah. Sorry.
Jeez.
Now you have a split throttle, so just check that your throttles are set. Thrust left, thrust right. And they're not. You just have thrust set. So I want you to... You have a split throttle, don't you?
I do not. It's a one control.
Oh, I thought it's a one. Okay, then you're good. Okay, you're good there. And do you have anything for zoom view? Do you want anything for zoom view?
Nah.
Okay,
Yeah, you do.
You're good.
Yeah, you do.
I do, but you can also use buttons to push forward and back.
I could actually use zoom.
I think there's a little dial on that thing that you could use for zoom, or a little slider.
Yeah, so
That's
how
what
do I set that?
I have a slider on the base, so click it, and then work the button that you want it to be on. Like after it, when you'll get a screen, like add. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh my God. Yeah,
Talk too much,
in
man.
a
You're
while.
talking too much.
Okay.
Now slide whatever button it was. Just activate it. There you go, and hit OK.
Cool. Okay, got that.
Okay. Don't hit OK yet, because you're going to set a bunch more things. Okay. The I-251 slew horizontal, slew vertical. I have that. I have a little mouse axis on the back of my throttle. If you don't, you're going to need to put that on something, because that's what moves your camera up and down for your weapons, but you don't need it tonight.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt for a second
My
here.
hats.
Mm-hmm.
The hats on the stick.
The F-18 I'm in right now is on the carrier, and it looks beautiful, and the frame rate's high, so they must have done something.
Okay.
F-18. Supposed to be here so I can crash into you.
No thanks.
The slew horizontal.
Think about it as you're looking with this is your weapons camera. It like moves something around to lock onto a target in the ground in this little TV screen on your right side. That's what that's for.
Okay.
That's what the
let's see.
I-25 is. So if you had a four-way hat,
Fuck
if
off,
not,
helicopter.
just leave it for tonight, and we'll figure out where it needs to be after you learn how to fly and get off the
Okay.
ground.
I need to figure out how to set it though, because I'm pushing something on my joystick and it's not registering.
Hit cancel. Let me see what you're doing. Please hit cancel. It means it's not an analog thing. So that's okay. If you don't have something analog, that you can only do analog stuff for axis commands. Otherwise, we're going to go into all and set hard button.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's why. Okay, so now go out of axis commands and into all. And I never poured that coffee. Just can you guys walk him through like the axes, like tuning an axis while I'm.
Yes.
No, we're going to keep you here, and that coffee's going to get cold.
Bastards.
What plane are you flying? 27?
SU-27T.
Yeah. I think all you need is the throttle and the rudders and the yaw pitch.
Yeah, my joysticks are set up for that.
Okay, and then when you move them, when you have that control open, you can see the value go left and right. There should be a little bar that goes left and right for them, just to verify they're working.
Do you have a stream open, or?
I do. The Bitter Lagoons is one of them on Twitch.
Oh, right. I don't have this.
Oh, just go to twitch.tv.
I thought. Sorry, I thought you had a window open in
Oh,
Discord.
there's someone else in the
Like
carrier
this.
with me.
You want to see it here? I can bring it up here. Sure.
Sure.
Are you in the F-18?
I am. Yeah. I'm right next to
Okay,
you.
you represent me.
Oh, that's a new buzzing noise I've never heard before. What the fuck is that?
Okay, I'm back.
I think I'm dying. I'm.
Blue. Oh, that's
Okay.
why, because I'm hearing yours. Okay.
You're dying?
No, I just all of a sudden my F-18 was making weird noises, but it was
Oh.
his stream. Just like, what? Okay. So yeah, at the top, go in that little box next to SU-25T. Go to Axis commands. Okay. Yeah. So you see that. So just make sure those are where you want them. Obviously, you know, pitch is your stick, roll is your stick. Do you have pedals or just HOTAS?
I have.
It's a twist stick, I think.
Yeah, twister.
Kit. So those look fine, but what you can do from here, so if you click on pitch
Pitch.
and then go to, where the fuck is it? Axis tune.
X.
So at the bottom, there's a bunch of different buttons.
You gotta highlight it, yeah, and then go to axis tune.
So these are your curves. They basically determine, I don't know how to explain this properly,
It's
how
your expo if
far,
you've ever done RC, like
Okay.
it's like
Just
how far the
trust
ailerons
us.
will move over a certain distance, but so I'd
how
recommend,
quickly they move by how far you move your stick, right?
I'd recommend setting at least a tiny bit of dead zone just to get rid of any, you know, wiggle you have in your stick to begin with, like physically. And then you essentially just want to set it to a gentle curve, is usually what I do.
20's gentle.
Mm-hmm.
This plane, like I have 3,
Yeah.
100, 120. That's what's in mine.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the right-hand display on the F-18, what do you put it as for menu? It's not SA, it's not is it
I
EW?
usually, well, yeah, before takeoff, I set it to EW in advance of turning on my countermeasures. But then I usually just leave it as is until I engage my weapon systems, at which point it brings up the attack radar automatically. So
So you would want to
And
do
then,
that to both of your joystick axis. Don't worry about the throttle and to your rudder. But like twist, I don't know on a twist what to set it at, but so you could just leave the rudder, but I usually put the bottom to at least 25 on my pedals. And actually, I should check that 'cause mine is sucking right now.
Excuse me. You know, I'll just try it, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Okay. Dead zone at 15. Holy shit.
started off.
I think I have everything set.
Okay, what else am I doing?
Okay, I'm gonna go to number 4,
All
I
right.
think. Mark.
So let me get mine back up because I had to save something. All right. So now, so basically now you want to pull your buttons. Okay. So pull your trigger for me, and it should move you.
This is in Axis commands, right? So
Oh, okay. So just leave and go to all now.
top trigger, bottom trigger is not active.
Okay. Pull your trigger.
Alright, I guess we
So
have to take
that's
off the
weapon
freaking
fire?
stupid
What bottom trigger on that one? What
wheel
is it?
chocks.
So when I hold onto the joystick, there's a trigger on my pointer finger and a trigger on my pinky finger.
Okay, the pinky
And
finger,
there's-
like way down the bottom. When you pull that, you want to have that. I have that as target unlock.
Oh.
The other thing it could be is wheel brake on.
Oh,
Okay.
that's smart. Wheel brake.
Because I have 2 buttons there. I have a paddle and I have a button, and I have those 2 buttons set there.
No AWACS.
I like that.
You're also going to need a button somewhere on your stick for weapon change. And to find it, you can either scroll to it or you can like go to search and type it in, right?
Well, weapon change is here.
Okay, so pull that button so you know where it is. So whatever button
I
4
have
is on
2.
your stick.
I have 2 buttons for weapon fire, so I should change one of those to weapon change.
You have 2 buttons for weapon fire. I don't see that.
There.
There you go. Okay.
So, oh, I should clear that. Reset.
Yeah, it clears down the bottom. Not reset.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go clear. and then reset it. Go add.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, what else do I have
That's
on the
weapon
stick?
fire. That's weapon change. That's weapon fire. That's
Quick
weapon
question
change.
for the launch blast off pad on the carrier. How do I get that to raise?
You have to
hook
hook up to the steam catapult.
Oh, I already did. I thought. I think
Press
it's done.
U and you have to be on it. And then
U.
you usually have to hit the U button and then hook up,
Okay,
and then you'll
yeah.
see the blast shield come up.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, JD, the other button I have on the stick that's a button is cannon. And that just
Alright, Mark, I'm
switches
ready
it
to go.
automatically to
If you wanna
cannon.
sign up.
Yeah, I'm not even hooked up yet.
I like that. Cannon.
Okay, why do you think I'm still looking at that when I'm not?
It already has it as a button. So as long as you know what button that is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, all of a
And
sudden I
then
can't
let's
click
talk about
anything.
hats. So how many hats do you have on that
Click
stick?
anything?
2 or 3?
Hats.
Like on the
what are-
stick, not the throttle.
Fuck.
So there should be a very prominent hat on the top where your thumb would ride, and that's going to be your trim nose up, down, left wing down, right wing down.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh my god.
Now, do you have track IR?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's going to be your look around.
This is my look around.
Yeah, leave it there.
Okay.
Because you're going to need that. And then find out where your center view button is.
I guess I can make it this. So I should change that. Center view.
hmm
View
Or you
center.
can like make it the space bar or something, whatever.
I'll change it to this for now. Because it's right beside the joystick. So
Correct.
there's that and that.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay, so I would set your trim then to like the 4 arrow keys on your keyboard. Then.
I have another one of these joystick type things here right beside my
But
thumb.
you're going to need that.
Oh.
Because I have 2 others and I'm using all those too.
Okay, let me try this.
I guess you could leave those. Actually, you could. Yeah, you could. You could put the trim on the other one. Because I have one of my hats to something that you can type on the keyboard. Navigation mode, longitudinal.
Okay, so, okay.
I have a whole bunch. So
Trim,
let's not worry about gun pod right now. Let's not worry about displays.
nose, down.
Let's not worry about laser ranger.
Trim,
Okay, so you got the trim set, right?
nose, up. Left one down. Right wing down. Okay. I just can't trim the rudder.
Don't need to. I never do.
Okay.
Okay, now while you're right there, you're going to need target lock. While you're in the T's.
Target lock. What buttons can I use?
I have it on my throttle. There's a little button behind where my middle finger is.
I do not have that, but I do have options.
Okay, the other thing you're going to need that I have on my pointer finger on my behind my throttle is your target designator down, left, right, up.
Oh. That's easy enough. Target designator.
I'm not going to make you use all this shit tonight. I just don't want to have to set them again.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Down.
And I'm just pulling the important shit at this point.
Right.
Don't need those.
Up. Oh. Up. Cool. So I have target lock, and then right there. That's my thumb and pointer finger on my left hand.
Okay, perfect. Okay, don't worry about communications. I won't worry about lighting, but you need to know illumination cockpit. So you need L and right control. We'll remember that later. You're gonna need on your throttle. There should be like an obvious button somewhere around your thumb that's for an air brake. It might already be set if it looks like it is. It might be like a 3-position button.
Air brake.
I don't think we're going to get to landing, so we cannot worry about that. But you might want a countermeasures chaff dispense and countermeasures flare dispense. I have it on a rocker switch on my throttle.
Countermeasures. Chaff. Let's see. What can I use?
Something that feels right. Something that you can find when you're not looking.
No kidding. You know what? I think that might be. Try this.
Still goes down below 40 frames per second. What the hell's going on here?
And don't forget about
That's
easy
big.
keyboard
That's
buttons
big.
that are in range if you need them.
Really, and this time he won't move the wheel tracks. Like, what?
You're not going to need weapon fire as a spacebar, so you can totally take it. You don't have to clear it. If you set it to something else, it'll tell you what it is set at, and it'll just heal it.
Wheel chocks, I think, I have to do it myself.
What?
The wheel chocks,
What do you mean you had to do it to yourself?
you have to
You had
request
to
it
ask them.
yourself.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
put the wheel
but-
chocks back in because planes were moving around.
It won't.
Yeah, but I
accept
did
it.
ask them, and they said unable to comply.
Oh,
Hmm.
here.
You started up?
But I was able to take them off last time.
Oh yeah, you got to do the keyboard in the keyboard area. And like for me, I have 3 different devices: throttle, joystick, T rudder.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got to be in the right column.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! Like fuck. I have to
Okay.
do my entire fucking restart again.
All right. So now, what else? The one button you were missing: electric power switch.
I think I have that.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay, then you just don't know the sequence, so we can work on that. That's not a problem. Okay, and engine left start, engine right start is what I use.
Engine
Just need to
left.
know.
Engine right.
Don't need that. Need that. Okay, so then the only other thing you need for sure is flaps up, down.
Flaps.
Oh, and gear. But you can use
And
G for gear.
gear. Yeah, F and G I can just keep there.
Yeah, but you need. So you got flaps up, down,
Yes.
and then you need flaps up. Believe it or not.
Oh.
As well,
Oh. Okay.
or at least that's what I have.
Oh, I can change that. Okay. Flaps up. Instead of that, I'll just do that.
Okay.
I should just clear that. There. So now I have flaps up, gear.
Perfect. Okay, one other menu you just need to know where it is. It's the backslash, and it's the communications menu. And whatever you do, do not press X. Make sure you press OK
Oh, communications menu.
after you're done. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna need that. All right.
I can actually. I'm gonna have a button for this.
Okay,
Oh,
I have it on my pinky on my throttle.
Okay. Okay, I have that.
Okay. Hit OK at the bottom. I think we're ready to go. Do you have a wheel brake button? Did you put a wheel brake button?
Think so?
Fuck, you're running. Are you running?
I am running.
Oh.
Does he need nose wheel steer or?
Oh,
no?
canopy? You got your canopy closed? You do.
Canopy's closed.
Interesting.
Does he what? Nose wheel steering?
Yeah, is that a thing? I don't know if it's a thing in that aircraft.
In
Yeah,
the
I
SU,
can't remember. I don't think so.
yeah, nose rears. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, some of
F2 will
those are-
help let you look outside your plane. F1 gets you back